Thank you for joining us. I'm Naiba Reynoso. In this episode, exploring the art of wellness at one of LA County's hidden nature gems. Plus, leaders convene to preserve our most precious resource. But first, the LA County Fire Department recognized exemplary acts of courage on and off duty in its annual Valor Awards. The event highlights remarkable department team members, public safety partners, and Good Samaritans. Here's more.
It's a pleasure to be here once again as we honor members of the fire department, public safety partners, and county peers who exhibited exceptional bravery and remarkable heroism by placing themselves at great personal risk to save the lives of others. This event is a great opportunity to shine a light and celebrate the unsung heroes behind the news stories that my team and I report. It is one thing for us to cover a story from the vantage point of a helicopter 800 feet up in the air, looking at people scrambling around and doing heroic things. It is one thing, again, to meet them and look them in the eye and shake their hand, and that is why I'm so glad to be here.
I was off duty and helped some women get out of a trailer that was on fire in my neighborhood. Helped them get out of the fire, out of the trailer before the fire kind of took over that area.
For his extraordinary courage, quick thinking, selfless bravery, the department is pleased to present a Medal of Valor to firefighter Timothy Ecker.
I was on a fire as an engineer pumping a fire when a collapse occurred in a roof on a commercial building in a one-story restaurant, and I went into action, broke out some windows, helped pull the captain out, and then clam in with a chainsaw and cut up the roof members to pull the firemen out.
The department is pleased to present a Medal of Valor to Fire Captain Ryan Kerwin.
A water resiliency summit brought together hundreds of regional leaders to discuss the county's water resiliency plan and conservation efforts.
We are here with LA County Department of Public Works convening hundreds of regional leaders on water to talk about LA County's water plan, and not just to talk about it, but to put it into action.
Total county water demand, all of LA County, we use about 1.6 million acre feet per year. That's a lot of water. And so we're seeking to actually create local water supply and make it a resilient water supply by using our current water resources locally, and also getting people to conserve their local water. By using less of it at our homes and changing the way our landscapes look, we can improve the reliability of that water so that everyone will have water, safe, clean, and reliable, and most importantly, affordable water for everyone.
We are definitely all in this together. Even if LA has its own aqueduct, their own water resources, I always say you can't put a pebble in the pool that's LA without the ripple being affected by everybody. And so certainly the efforts that the county's making, the other cities making, as well as Los Angeles efforts, are all going together to make this water plan a reality, to really make sure that we have enough water for the whole region here in Southern California.
There are more than 200 water agencies serving Los Angeles County. 88 cities, 200 water agencies. That's so much bureaucracy if we don't get out of our own way. So bringing everybody to the same place, bringing them together today to talk about what this plan actually entails and what it looks like to fully implement it, means that people will come together to find solutions for themselves, to help other people find solutions, and get everybody on the same page about how we make this plan actually work.
The Los Angeles Poverty Department is hosting an exhibit on the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic and the hotels that house the region's most vulnerable residents.
So we're standing today at the LA Poverty Department, and they've done this incredible job of bringing to life the experience that we had collectively during COVID, providing services for people experiencing homelessness in LA County. And one of the key things that we were working on during the pandemic was creating safe spaces for people to be while they were recovering from COVID. And we called those isolation and quarantine sites.
The staff came up with, they started calling them the COVID hotels, and that's the name of our exhibition. Well, Housing for Health ran the quarantine medical sites, and so the people who worked there at the quarantine medical sites had come up with ways of providing medical treatment and getting people housed that were improvements on business as usual. The items we'll see in the exhibit were either ones that were, provided by the medical staff, or things that were told about that we then acquired or created to flush it out. And this is actually a book that was published by the county about the a very specific how to make an isolation site for the next pandemic.
We actually stood up and operated 13 different isolation and quarantine sites. And so at sort of peak of operation, we had about 860 staff working across like 8 COVID hotels. And we provided isolation and quarantine services that included really wraparound care.
And honestly, I can't imagine what would have happened to our population if we hadn't been there, because that's the only place they really had to quarantine a lot of them. During the pandemic, I was in charge of all the nurses at the isolation and quarantine sites. Actually, this is something I'm really proud of, because I did things in this program that I never thought I could do, that I never thought I would do, and I was someone I never thought I'd be, and I stepped up and I did it. This place means a lot to me. It's kind of cool that somebody's recognizing it and showing other people, like this is what it was really like.
Residents in search of wellness flock to the beautiful Bixby marshland to explore alternative healing approaches. Guests communed with nature and enjoyed the power of art in a unique setting. Take a look.
This marshland is a 17-acre section of Los Angeles County that is a decades-long effort. And so what we're doing today is we are looking at nature and art as medicine.
Healing, I think, encompasses way more than just finding the right chemicals to balance you out, because those chemicals respond to a mental state of being, and that mental state of being becomes compromised and affected by the human relationships that we have. Part of this community engagement and bringing art and nature together is to say, like, healing goes beyond the chemical, beyond Western practices, into like a deeper look and commitment to the land and to each other.
I had a sound massage, which I've never even heard of before, and so the lady's voice travels through your body. It's unlike a regular massage in where the point of contact is the only point you feel, because the sound waves travel through your body.
Liz Gott's doing the medicinal teas. I loved that last time. Like, it was so great to have everybody sitting around talking, drinking tea. I think that's such a nice community, really a pure community engagement. I'm an artist. I'm commissioned for a public art piece for the Carson UCLA Hospital. Every time I bring people here, they're so astounded at how they just feel rejuvenated.
Thanks for joining us. We leave you now with scenes from downtown San Dimas. We'll see you next time on LA County Close Up.